The main textbook for the course would be Manufacturing Processes for Engineering Materials by Kalpakjian and Schmidt. I prepared most of the lectures from the 5th edition, but maybe in the textbook section the current edition is a later one, so that is possible, but the book is the same, Manufacturing Processes for Engineering Materials, and the authors are Kalpakjian and Schmidt. Suggested additional reading for those of you who are very adventurous and who go beyond the lecture notes and video lectures, go inside the textbook, and who want to read even further outside the main textbook, then Principles of Modern Manufacturing by Groover, DeGarmore's Materials and Processes in Manufacturing by Black and Kosher, Introduction to Manufacturing Processes by Shea. All of these are very good textbooks in the world in the field of manufacturing. So you can go through any of these, and at least one or sometimes more volumes of each of these are generally available in the main library also. So if you like to do that, then you have this option of reading more than the textbook. This is the course outline. I have of course already posted it on the course Moodle website and sent it to you through emails. But before discussing it, I just want to make a comment which I want to share with you. Every year with every course, until you guys get the course outline from me, you keep on requesting, doctor, where is the course outline, where is it, we want to see it, and so on. Once I send it to you, once I post it, then all through the semester till the end of the semester, whenever I ask you something, a small bit of information which will be there from the course outline, you don't know it. So my impression is that you keep on saying yes, that you need the course outline, but once you get it, then you hardly ever look at it till the end of the semester. So that is just an observation. Well, I am not showing the whole course outline. I will show only portions of it which are a little more important for you. So of course, this is the course information, the right title, office, my place, and so on, my office hours, and so forth. This is the course description, which is the catalog description posted online and on the university website about what is the course. You are generally very much interested in this one, assessment, what will be the marks distribution and so forth. So quizzes 20%, practical, which means labs 10%. Normally we arrange an industrial visit, so 2%, homeworks and assignments 3%. Interim exam means midterm 25, final exam 40. So now this is a tentative distribution, right? This is a distribution which is there for a normal semester, but during a semester which may be fully online, may be partially online, and inshallah when after some time it gets back to normal, we don't know if this exact distribution will be there, but most probably it will be. Most probably it will be. Below that, this is from the SQU website, SQU graduate attributes. SQU feels that once you graduate from SQU, you should possess these A, B, and C, right? So apply the knowledge and skills relevant to specialization, if you are mechanical or civil or electrical or industrial. Communicate effectively and use information and communication technologies, and so on. So if you see A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, B4, and C, right? So these are the qualities, the abilities, the characteristics that SQU wants in all of its graduates, whether they are from College of Engineering or College of Medicine or College of Science, College of Arts. These are the attributes. Right? So it is not necessary for you to know it, but I feel that it is very important that you should know what are your qualities that the industry and the other world wants once you graduate from here. Here on this portion, I am showing you the learning outcomes or the learning objectives. Right? Let me very briefly, maybe you have been introduced to this in some other courses, but in teaching and learning, say 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it used to be teacher-focused learning, teacher-centered learning, blackboard, whiteboard type of learning, where the teacher, the instructor was required that what do you want to teach? What do you want to teach? So what are the topics and how will you teach it through lectures and exams and quizzes and so on? And then you teach it. But the world kept on changing from teacher-centered to student-centered. That you see, the main thing is that the students should learn. The main thing is not that the teacher should teach, teacher is teaching, but what should be the outcome? The students should learn. So it became student-centered. When it became student-centered, then it is a learning outcome, that what has the student learnt, not what has the teacher taught, but what has the student learned. So all the courses and so on were written with learning outcomes and learning objectives. So what should the student know at the end of the course? So here, understand the basics of manufacturing and modern trends in manufacturing technology, understand different types of manufacturing processes and the need for multiple processes in producing a part, identify the capabilities and limitations of casting, forming, machining and welding processes in terms of feasibility, quality, cost and technology, right? Different ones. Here, for example, conduct manufacturing experiments including metrology and non-destructive testing and so on. So from 1 to 7, these are the course learning outcomes that at the end of the semester, any student who has taken this course should have the capability of knowing these things and being able to do these things. Now you have heard of this word ABET, if you understand. Originally it was Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology. Now they are just called ABET. You know ISO, International Standards Organization, for example. So if there are any industries and so on here in Oman or in any country in the world who are producing certain somethings, if they want this product to be exported to every country in the world and so on, then many countries don't know whether their standard is good or not, isn't it? So if the industry requests ISO to conduct visits and this and that, and then finally give them an ISO certificate that these products are good enough for a worldwide standard. So ISO certification is done. Once ISO certification is done, then the international organization certifies, guarantees that this product is really good and this is equivalent to any good product in the world. In education, there are organizations which do the same thing, that they come to universities, they visit, they look at the program, they talk to the students, they talk to the teachers and everything, and then they decide whether this program, this department has minimum world standards, so that a university in the US or the UK or this or that has the same type of course delivery and all other things. So this is certification, right, or accreditation for education. For engineering courses, the most well-known organization in the world is ABET. So if your courses are ABET certified, then you are as good as any country in the world. This is a big thing, mashallah. And you should be very, very proud that for more than 10, 12 years now, alhamdulillah, every single program in the College of Engineering, mechanical, industrial, mechatronics, civil, and also have been ABET certified. This is a big process. All the faculty, all the university is heavily involved. They have to prepare a lot for ABET visits and so on. Otherwise, this does not happen. And this happens every 6 years. ABET license is not something, certification is not something that will continue. So after every 6 years, they will again, their whole team will come again. They will look through all your courses and so on. And there is a process, continuous process going on all the time for the next ABET certification. So in ABET, they used to have A, B, C, D, this a small A, B, C, D, a small A, B, C, D. These were the outcomes that ABET wanted in all engineering graduates around the world. So the course objectives we aligned with ABET A2, A3, E2, E1, E2, E3, J, B2, B3. So this means that the course learning objectives that what we have designed, that after the end of a course in manufacturing, our graduates should have these abilities. Then according to ABET system, they satisfy these. Now in the last 1 year, ABET changed from the ABCD to A to K. They renamed them 1, 2, 3, 7. Right, so we will talk about that. And in the last one, from the SQU graduates, right? Remember, I just showed you in the previous slide the A, B, and C capabilities that SQU thinks you should have. So this is a very important slide. It does not matter very much in terms of your learning of this particular course and your grades. But if you know what is required of a good manufacturing graduate, what are the ABET outcomes that match these, and what are the SQU graduate attributes that match these, then you are a much more knowledgeable person about the course. Here is a tentative schedule week-wise, week 1, 2, 3, 4 for the whole semester. By tentative, we mean that we will try to stick to this schedule as much as we can, but sometimes some lectures go longer than we planned for them. Some other announcements were made by the governments or SQU, right? So sometimes we may have small changes in this schedule, but otherwise this will be the weekly schedule that we will follow. So week 1, chapter 1 introduction, week 2 is still continuing with chapter 1 introduction, week 3 chapter 5 metal casting processes, week 4 some more topics in chapter 5, week 5 some more topics in chapter 5, and so on, right? So these are right chapters and the detailed topics in each of the chapters that we will have in different weeks. This is the assessment part. In week 3, I will try to post homework 1. At the end of week 4, I will ask you to submit the homework. And in week 4, sometimes we will plan to have quiz 1. In week 5, I will give you homework 2, right? And give you some time to do it. In week 7, we will plan to have quiz 2. In week 9, we will have the midterm on Tuesday, 30th March. Now, midterm, there is now a policy in the department to unify all the midterms, that a central committee plans all the midterms so that there are no clashes and so on. So please note down this date. This is not negotiable. This is not something that I talk to you about. This has been decided by the unified committee for the whole department. So your midterm will be on this date. If there is any clash, you ask the other teacher to please remove the clash. We will not be hopefully changing this. Okay.